point, so it's down to TT to be the playmakers, to be the ones to pull ahead.
In these long series, in these long games, when players get tired, they start to make mistakes. Being able to just demolish turrets on the side lanes from Hueba is so important. Really start this one off. He throws the first punch.
I like that. Oh, I love that, in fact. You know, they got a little bit caught off guard the last time around, took a little bit of damage, so they just tossed the arrow this time.
Yeah.
Say, yeah, there's nothing you can do. No shenanigans to catch me off. We saw a lot of early pressure from THANKYOU the last few games as a result of Z's control in the mid lane. Once again, it seems like he has a favorable matchup. Are we looking to see THANKYOU pull ahead with that double scuttle?
Well, that's something they definitely can try to do here with the Nunu's ability to consume as well. With the lead that they're getting in the bot lane, the lead that they will get in the top lane once this wave bounces out, it's very possible.
And for everyone at home watching this, the Scuttle Crabs give additional vision in the river, so it helps to keep a ward slot for yourself. It also gives a lot of bonus gold and EXP. It's a nice big bounty in the neutral part of the river of the jungle, so both sides really want it, and so getting two of them especially hurts the enemy jungler as well. And so talking about this, does Chris actually end up needing this? Because he is a Nunu, you know, he can be pretty gold effective without it.
Does he need it? No. Does he want it? Of course! They've been trying to get it every single game so far this series, and I think this game is no exception. The control from Z in the mid lane, they're gonna start this one off. Here we go!
And like we mentioned, Hueba, he already used his jump early on. This means the flash must be expended as the first Scuttle Crab will go over to THANKYOU.
What did we say about the bot lane matchup? Full control for Azure and S12K. This means they can just roll their snowball back down to the bot lane. This should be the double Scuttle Crab start here for Chris.
Well, Hueba has to take the scenic route, going through the jungle, and double Scuttle Crab. Like we mentioned, it's a shrine, it's gold, it's EXP, and a nice little lead for Chris.
It's the first big objective of the game. It might not seem like much, but it genuinely is.
I mean, you look at the gold difference right now. No, not the gold difference, the EXP difference. Yeah. Chris is level 5.
He has his ultimate at 2 minutes.
The fastest level 5 in the game right now. That's the impact of getting double Scuttle.
An additional factor as well as he comes to the mid lane, pushes with Z, or some might say he steals Z's EXP away, which is why he hits level 5 so quickly. But the thing about Nunu Ultimate is it's not something you use off cooldown for fast plays. It's not like Destiny Gate where every time it's up you press it. You need a specific scenario to really make it work here. So I don't think it's the most impactful thing in the game right now, but it doesn't matter. All of this, it doesn't matter. We are on a timer for 4 minutes. We know how important that first fight can be. The state of the game is slowing down until then. And I think everyone's just waiting, bated breath.
Working through that 4-minute mark, THANKYOU have a number of really high key ultimates, but the same can be said for THANKYOU Gaming, albeit a little bit less. So THANKYOU want to find that early initiative. They want to be able to put the pressure onto THANKYOU Gaming to misstep. Z has had a difficult game last game, in fact, I would say. Wasn't quite up to the usual performance that he's had. Hopefully, he's had a chance to reset and come back into this one with pressure.
Something we gotta keep in mind is last game, they were playing the same Orianna, Senna duos. They had a lot of struggles against the Jax jumping on them, against Emo's Rakan jumping on them, knocking them out, CCing them. This time around, Emo is not on that Rakan. He's gonna be on Garen. So while he's running into them, he's not going to be crowd controlling them, which is, I think, a relief for the team comp. The way THANKYOU want to play front to back, and for both Z and Azure.
First early buys and pickups from both sides. Things are looking pretty intense here, despite the fact that no action has been happening. In fact, it feels like the calm before the storm.
It really is. And both of these teams are playing it a bit safer. They're playing it a bit slower. Earlier in the finals, we talked about how both of these teams weren't afraid to trade blow for blow. This time around, match point. No one wants to throw that away. THANKYOU, they don't want to lose it, of course. THANKYOU, they don't want to go to a game 7. They want to close it out here. They want to close it out now. Objectives gets off.
Looks like a dragon pickup for THANKYOU. Chris is trying to get this one quickly, but THANKYOU Gaming and working on that Rift Herald. The Dark Shadow comes in. Flashing! It's huge coming across. Maybe misses out the chance for the reset, but Z will still get the kill on the win as they flash over the wall, grab the Blast Cone. It's an escape battle, but they've lost two. But THANKYOU at least grab the Rift Herald.
Amazing start here from Thunder Talk. They say we want to go the full 7 games. That's what Z promised us in the interview yesterday, and that's what they're looking to deliver on, Grandin.
YK goes down to the top side, and the Reptile doesn't matter because TT will grab first turret either way.
I know it's still a little bit too early to call, but I just want to throw back to before the Horizons Cup started, when we were talking to all the casters about our favorites for this event. I said Thunder Talk. And then I found out they gutted their roster, and then I changed my bet. But still, I want to point out there was a point where I said Thunder Talk.
Let's take a look at the X3 play at this one again, because Beibai's flash apprehend followed through with the unstoppable force was a sight to behold. And honestly, this is the level of play we were hoping for from Thunder Talk, the calm before the storm as they smash their opponents.
And look at the coaching staff there of Thunder Talk. It's too intense right now. You can't even take a seat. You're on your feet. You really want to see how this one plays out. You want to go to Game 7. And Feibai is here to deliver that too.
Putting on a show for all of us back at home. Bit of an engage coming through from Yo. Not very much you can get done. Thunder Talk, they have to run away. There's no turret here.
Nice.
Chris actually blocks that. The rest of the team now coming in to support. Evo getting caught out. Z has the shockwave, but he's holding on to it for a little longer. Evo takes a good amount of damage. That should be the end. A little more. Darting Shadow comes across, but he perfectly sidesteps that.
Every spell in the game, except the Nunu ultimate and the Malphite out, was used in that scenario, and he want to go back in. He's using it. Ahoiba, what is this? Is he going to solo him?
He's just walking up. He has the damage. He's got to take down the Jax. What has happened here? Chris is going to roll down the snowball as well. Say hello and goodbye to Yo. But they end up with control right by the turret.
All this time though, Grandin, YK has not left the Baron lane. He's chipping down on this turret. He's getting himself some farm, but that means he needs to be an instrumental piece of Darkun Gaming's team fighting later on in this game, because right now, it's not looking good for Darkun, Grandin.
Playing cross-map, Thunder Talk will trade that topside turret for the bomb side one, and still with the gold lead, Thunder Talk. Oh my goodness, Omo, I feel like I've seen this one before.
Look at this from S12K. He times out the counter-strike. He slows him with his rock and backs away. I don't know Malphite's spell name. Do you know Malphite's spell names?
I know the unstoppable force, I know the seismic shot. What else do I need to know, Omo?
You need to know that they're going for the team fight.
Engage from Chris as he builds up the absolute zero, trying to set them up for something, but Evil's still very tanky with the upper hand. They pull him back. That's the dunk. That's the first pickup. The shockwave won't connect though. Win gets away safely.
Win gets away safely. He did not have flash, so he was in a bit of a sticky situation there. But still, Darkun, they don't want to give this turret up.
Azur's walking forward, look at this
pressure.
Azure! Thunder Talk are forcing them back. The jumping for Yo, they clip them very nicely there. YK will turn that one around. Feibai has the decimate, but it's not enough for TT.
And in the grand finals, on match point, a misstep from Azure and S12K cost them 2 kills. They were in prime position to punish his turret, but it looks like Darkun, they're gonna pop the Herald. They want to trade back, but they're too low, Grandin.
I think Z has something to say about that, Omo. I don't think he
many
can.
things to say.
He's just going to take down this Reptile before it's even able to walk past that turret.
And Grandin, these 3 members on your screen right now from Thunder Talk, Feibai, Z, and Chris, have been performing commendably in this game, in this series. They've been rock solid, they've been stable for their team. And Azure and S12K, they make a mistake, but their teammates say it's okay, we hold on. We might have to give up this dragon, but we hold on.
I see what you did. A little bit overused, you mean?
Well, look at this. They're trying to trade right now, but Darkun Gaming, they're saying we don't want to march into your front-to-back team comp yet again. We are gonna side lane you. What's your answer?
Deflect the comment, apparently, is the answer. Reptile goes over to Chris. That's the power of Nunu. A lot of neutral objective control, but look what's happening to the bomb side, yeah. Tier 2's gone. They haven't been able to
timing for Darkun though, Grandin. They have to collapse. They're coming from behind.
Okay, they get a good amount of damage on the Evo. He's trying to walk in first. That's also the unstoppable force trying to dive into the back. Win goes into stasis first. Azure's in between. YK as well. Feibai gets taken down. Feibai joins to the fight, but it's too late. Z walks towards YK. This is a bad fight for them. DKG are too massive. They just walk in. YK will destroy the backline.
And we said your team lost the team fight. For you to get farm, for you to get gold, you had better deliver. YK does just that. Slices and dices over the wall, over Azure's flash. He picks up the kill, and Darkun Gaming, they're finding their foot back in this game.
Look, I would have to say, YK not only had a window to come in from the back, he might have had a door. One would even say he had an entire entrance and alleyway in.
Grandin, the bad jokes are reserved for me here, so please respect that. It's in my contract. Look at this replay right now. Emo starts to wrong. It doesn't matter that he dies. It's his job to die. He just needs to make it hard to kill him. And look at this play from YK. Flash, stun, slices and dices over the Flash, dices back over the wall, and he collapses the entire team of Thunder Talk. They have nowhere to run. YK, he is coming up huge.
This Renekton 4-1 now with 2 items, looking unstoppable by anyone, by any measure on the South Thunder Talk.
And we always talk about Hueva. This series, we were talking about Yo, we were talking about Emo. YK said, I didn't hear you guys talking about me. And he is popping off in match point. When it matters, Grandin.
Okay, Thunder Talk scatter, they jump out to you first. Z also has the ultimate. Shockwave to confirm the kill, that's the first pick off. But no objective to pick up here.
No objective to pick up, but they can't do anything on the map. Mid lane tier 2 is low. Do they want to answer this? Because if you look in side lane, DKG are well prepared. They've shoved the waves out. If you push his turret, if you waste your time here, you will lose farm, you will lose turret health. But it looks like Thunder Talk, they don't care, they want to go for it.
That rapid fire cannon range, you can hit the turret from outside turret range, even as DKG try to clear away that turret.
It's the same story of the series, Grandin. 5v5 against side laning. Which one's gonna come out on top? Thunder Talk, they're gonna back off, they're gonna play respectful. They're gonna catch the gold in the waves in bot lane, top lane, and they're gonna come back as 5 as soon as they set that one up.
But that's a little bit funny. S12K canceled his recall because he thought he got cancelled by the arrow, but he has the Belfry shield.
Yeah.
And so he was just like, oh wait, I actually can recall. It's
Brandon,
okay.
it's game 7. Agreed? It's game 6. I'm losing it as well. It's game 6 of a grand final. The little things, the nerves, they start to get to you. Azure, he's the only one here. This is why they prioritize the Jax. If you look away, he will kill your turrets. He will kill Azure.
They're jumping onto Azure here. Chris is trying to fight back up, act as bodyguard.
Yeah, this is the problem right now. Thunder Talk, they want to group, they want to run as 5, but Darkun are saying, we are never going to let you run as 5. We're going to push top, we're going to push bot. We've broken every turret on the side lane. And if you want to know what's the most representative thing of the game state right now, Thunder Talk have both mid lane turrets up. Tier 1 is full health, but they've lost all 4 side lane turrets.
Side lane turrets all gone. That's the power of a side lane split push kind of composition. Neutral objectives have been tied up very well for DKG as well. DKG, they are in a very good spot.
I want to point out something very quickly. In the last 2 games, we saw Azure play center. He went Black Cleaver, Iceborne God. This time around, he realizes, I'm the only damage. I have to go Rapid Fire Cannon, but that means he's so easy to kill. He has to be so cautious in match point.
Not much utility and easy to kill. It's a problem for Thunder Talk right now. Some arrows start to come through. That's the engage led by Emo. He's over the back. Look at how tanky he is. Yo's coming in. That's a window for him to jump into the back line. He's looking for this entry. DKG gets sent back instead. The return ultimate, the unstoppable forces Hueva. Start to lead the charge as well. Feibai joins in. He's facing up against Yo. They just mutually exchange handshakes right past the blast cone.
And that was all win. Both of these teams doing their due diligence, marking the members they need to zone away. Yo did not get access to the team fight, but he zoned away Z and Azure. But all that while, Win has not stopped poking.
Here we go. Emo, watch out for Yo. Watch out for the entire team. Hueva walks in first. He's gonna go into Stacy. They're gonna finish off Azure. Z is set running. Is running away. Yo's chasing after. Feibai acting as the shield to protect his teammate to make sure something's there still. Misses out the chance for the reset as Hueva jumps in. No man to finish that one off. S12K looking for an opportunistic kill there, but will not get Hueva a second time.
Hueva with 1 HP in the grand finals in match point. It's the little things that matter, Grandin. Z flashes away, but he whiffs his shockwave. Feibai didn't get his reset off on his dunk. Any of these 2 things could have changed the team fight for Thunder Talk, but it wasn't there. It didn't happen. And Darkun Gaming, once again, they pull ahead to a lead.
And when all things come down to being able to have these perfectly executed team fights, Thunder Talk are facing resistance.
Look at how amazingly Darkun set this team fight up. 2 from the left, 1 from the right. Where are you gonna run? You wanna kite us, but there's nowhere to go. YK comes in, stuns the back line, and see, he panics. He thought he was dead. He just wanted to throw out the shockwave, but he misses out on it. And look at Feibai right now. This man is doing everything he can. He's quietly been performing so well. Yo shield saves him and saves his team even from the reset coming out on the dunk. And you look at Thunder Talk, they are disheartened. Their hearts are crushed right now. They were so close to winning that team fight.
But I don't want to discount Thunder Talk just yet because they're back on the Dragon, forcing DKG to work into them. DKG with that Skull Crab had vision as this is being finished up. YK looking for the flank. It looks like a repeat. Emo's walking in again. They're going to take down Z. He doesn't have anyone protecting him. That's 12K. He's going to be set running as well. The Unstoppable Force not able to find much value. Feibai falters in the face of DKG. Z is gone. Azure is gone. Damage lost from TT, and DKG will clean up for.
DKG off the back of YK's amazing Renekton performance. They come in strong. They pick up the kills. They're gonna pick up the Baron. And granted, could this be it? Could they pick up the series?
And with the Baron in hand, I'm thinking, yes, Somo, I'm thinking that things are looking good for DKG. The odds are in their favor. Scaling option still there for Thunder Talk, so I don't want to count them out just yet. DKG, you never want to count TT dead to rights.
First game of the series that Thunder Talk won. In game 3, they executed so well on this front-to-back team comp. They mocked the right angles, they approached team fights the right way. It's been a long day for the players. It's been a long day for everyone. They're starting to get tired, they're starting to slip up. Mistakes are coming true from Z, from Azure. They're mispositioning in their approach to the team fight. Darkun Gaming, they do not let these go unpunished. They come from every angle and they get TT on their back foot.
And even as we look at this series, I have to say, Homo, both these teams look absolutely unreal.
Yeah,
they're
two of the best teams in the world.
With some of the best players in the world, with one of them with the best jungler in the world on one side and the best laner on the other.
Look at how threatened Thunder Talk are right now. They want to force with the snowball, but they don't dare to because they know if they overcommit, they're gonna lose their base.
Huiba's looking for a flank as well. He's had enough shenanigans.
Shockwave
used to clear out the wave. That's all they can use it for. Z has it coming back up off cooldown soon enough.
Oh no, that's a flash. It wasn't even gonna hit, but nerves in match point are starting to show on both sides.
They know that if they get this fight, the game's gonna be over. Yo finds the engage. Look at the shockwave. Look at the moonfall, in fact. They almost take down 3. Z faces off. YK takes that one down. Chris trying to buy time, but DKG said we've had enough. We're the best in the world. No one can contest us, not even if you turn the talk. As they watch in onto the inhibitor. Huiba with the stun, looking to take down this inhibitor as well. The minion wave running dry. Feibai doing the best he can to block out the creeps. With 35 seconds left on the death timers. DKG have it all. They have the Nexus, the teleport to close it out. Azure going to go down. No, it's go to DKG and the champions of the Horizon Cup.
We hear the slamming of the tables, we hear the screams of elation, and Darkun Gaming, they're gonna be the best team here in the world. Huiba, Yo, Emo, Wind, YK, these guys on your screen right now, they are your champions of the Horizon Cup, and they are the best team in the world.
Omo, what a series they brought us across 6 games for a well-deserved title. The best in the world, and I think have affirmed themselves as the best jungler in the world. Huiba looking like an icon in Wild Rift.
Definitely. It's the beginning of something new. It's his first
A, B,